Good morning, dear students. So, in this video, we discussed about what is addition of more than two vectors. In the previous lecture, we discussed about how we add two vectors. Suppose vector A and vector B. If vector A is given and vector B is given, suppose this is vector A and this is vector B. So, in the previous lecture, we discussed how we add these two vectors. Okay, but in this video, we discussed about addition of more than two vectors. So, there are two or more than two vectors. So, how we add these two vectors? Suppose in question, vector A is given, vector B is given, vector C is given, and vector D is given. So these four vectors are given. So how we add these four vectors? Okay. So this is vector A. Listen carefully. This is vector A. This is vector B. This is the vector C, and this is vector D. So if we add A plus B plus C, we want to calculate R vector, that is A vector plus B vector plus C vector plus D vector. So how we calculate, what is the concept, what is the rule to adding these two vectors, these four vectors? So first of all, step one. What is step one? Draw first vector. Draw first vector. Okay. In this case, first vector is what? This is A vector. So we draw A vector. Okay. So this is the vector A. Now step two. What is the step two? In step two, next vector tail coincide with previous head. Previous, listen my word carefully, previous head. If we draw vector B, then vector B tail coincide with the vector A head. So vector B tail is this and vector B head is this. So if we coincide vector B tail to the vector A head. Okay. So this diagram is clear. Now step 3. What is step 3? Step 3, repeat the step 2. Repeat the step 2 until the procedure is finished, until the last vector comes. Same step follow करना है जब तक लास्ट वेक्टर ना आ जाए. So we apply same procedure until and unless last vector comes. So this is vector A. This is now we want add C. So C tail coincide with the previous head. So C vector is in this way. Okay. So C vector clear. Now the D vector. So D vector tail is coincide with the A vector head. So this is the final direction of A, B, C and D. A vector, B vector, C vector and D vector. So R vector equal to A vector plus B vector, C plus D. Okay. So addition is clear in this case. There are many examples, A plus B plus C plus D plus E. As many vector steps are same. And step 4 is what? The resultant. Right, step 4. Resultant is the vector joining first tail to last head. First tail to last head. First tail to last head. So resultant is the vector joining first tail to the last head. Okay. So all of you write these steps. From these steps, it is very easy to draw vector diagram, vector addition diagram for many vectors. Okay. So we will take another example so that this concept is clear to all of you. Suppose vector is in this direction, vector B is in this direction, vector C is in this direction, and vector D is in this direction. Okay, so we want to calculate A vector plus B vector plus C vector plus D vector. So first we draw A vector. First we draw A vector. So A vector is in this direction. Now tail of B is coincide with the head of A. So vector B is in this direction. Okay. Now tail of C is coincide with the head of B. So C is in this direction. And tail of D is coincide with the head of C. So D is in this direction. So all the direction is clear. A vector plus B vector plus C vector plus D vector. So if we want to draw the resultant, so resultant direction is the first tail to the last head. So this is the direction for resultant vector. This is the direction for resultant vector. This is the direction. Okay. So this is vector R. So R vector equal to A vector plus B vector plus D vector. Okay, so R direction is clear. Suppose we want to calculate in this example B R2 vector equal to B plus C plus D plus A. B plus C plus D plus A. So what is the diagram? So if we raise this diagram, now we want to calculate B vector R2 vector. So first we draw B. So vector B is in this direction. Now vector C is in this direction. Vector D is in this direction. And vector A tail coincide with the D head. So vector D is in this direction. So if we want to draw resultant, so we take the resultant in this way. So this is the resultant R2. See, R and R2 both having same direction. R and R2 both having same direction and the same magnitude. So this is the vector B plus C plus D plus A. So R vector equal to R2 vector. So if we add vector A plus B plus C plus D and B plus C plus D plus A, so the resultant is the same. That means that order of the terms is not important. In addition of two vectors, we already know that addition is a commutative law. So order does not have its own importance in this addition procedure. So B plus C plus D If we want to calculate or check this concept, so take another example. We want to calculate R3. So R3 vector. R3 vector is what? C plus B plus A plus D. So we want to calculate C plus B plus A plus D. So if we add C, so first of all we starting the diagram with the help of C. So C vector is in this direction. C vector is in this direction. Okay. And B vector is in opposite direction. So tail of B is coincide with head of A. C. Now the terms A vector. So A vector is in this direction. And D vector is in downward direction. So what is the resultant? Resultant is the first tail and last head. First tail and last head. So first tail coincide with the last head. Okay, so this is vector R3. So with the help of previous two examples, we know R equal to R2 equal to R3. So these concepts are clear to all of you. So in this video, we discussed about how we calculate addition of more than two vectors. So simple steps are followed. First step is draw the first vector, and step 2 is what? Tail of second vector coincide with the head of first vector. And step 3 is what? Repeat the same procedure until and unless last vector comes. And if last vector draw, then the resultant is what? Resultant is the vector that is combining tail to the first tail to the last head. Okay. So addition of more than two vectors are clear to all of you. Okay. Goodbye, beta. Take care.